All right, one video today on day 4 of the National. It was absolutely packed in a lot of these areas. So I'll show you a couple of scenes from the show floor today. I still was able to maneuver around pretty well today, but I had a lot of ground to cover. And so for me today, a lot of it was just kind of like, hey, you know, it's day 4 of the show. You know, budget gets more and more limited as you find more and more cards. And so today was basically just like, look, I need to make a list. I think I had probably 6 or 7 cards total that I had looked at over the last couple days, and including today, that I had taken pictures of and wrote down the booth numbers, because you know you can't buy everything, unfortunately. And so I had to spend a lot of time. There also were sections of the show floor that I covered for the first time today, just as a collector and as a buyer. The show is just absolutely huge this year. And I feel like I've finally made it to all of the sections. I take that approach where I just go aisle by number, but even that gets really hard because it gets really busy. And then you see an open table and you just go to that one, and sometimes you don't go back, and it's just, I guess it's a good problem to have, you know? You have too many cards to look at. And so I did get showcase video for you today. I got a couple really good ones today. I will do more footage tomorrow, and I'll get at least one more show video. I will be going tomorrow morning on Sunday to the show, at least for a couple hours. We'll see how long we end up staying. You know, like I said, this time of the show, budget starts getting pretty tight. Had a lot of great conversations with dealers today. In times where the show kind of like ebbs and flows within some of these areas. So sometimes you have the dealers are like just absolutely packed at their table. You can't even see the showcase. People are setting things on the showcases and all of that. But then sometimes all of a sudden it'll clear and you'll get like a 5-minute window or like a 10-minute window where the dealers are available to talk to and stuff like that. And I had some really great conversations with dealers. Saw a fellow Michigan fan today. We talked Michigan football for a while, those types of things, and just a lot of talk about cards. And so that was great. Also, we're able to talk to some of my friends at the show today. That's always a positive. And get some advice, because, you know, I was having a hard time deciding between, you know, the last 2-3 different cards. And it's always nice to bounce some ideas off your friends that you trust, to kind of get some advice on, you know, what do you think? If it came down to these two for you, like, what would you do? And so that's always helpful. And another thing my brother and I were just talking about too was, another nice thing about going to the National is, you know, you can't buy everything that you want, but it gives you ideas for the future as far as cards to keep an eye on. You know, like, I'll give you an example. One thing I noticed at this year's National was that Giannis rookie autographs have gone down dramatically. I mean, I saw some in the $600-700 range, graded. You know, BGS 910 or SGC 9.5, 10 or 810, whatever. Rookie autographs, though. I'm just like, wow, have things changed in his market? So I would have loved to pick up, you know, a couple of Giannis autographs, but it wasn't in the budget because I found other things that are far more scarce. And so, but that's an idea for the future. I want to pick up a Giannis autograph now. So that's another benefit. I also want to thank everybody for the support in watching these videos. Thank you to all the new subscribers and existing subscribers prior as well. I really appreciate all of your support. If you haven't already, if you consider subscribing to the channel, that would be great. And I have a big ask tonight. I made 3 pickups today, and they were really good. And I need some help from a Kevin Durant collector or fan. I picked up an extremely rare Durant rookie. The chances are very good that you haven't seen it before. If you have, I need some information. So if you can comment about this card, that would be wonderful. So make sure that you stay tuned after the showcase footage, because I'm going to have some big pickups today that I'm super pumped about. Hope that all of you are enjoying the show. And without any further ado, let's get to the cards. All right, we're going to start things off with some basketball this morning. SGA gold number to 10. Wow. I actually recently just bought that card myself. It's a pop 3, it's numbered to 10, and that's one of the 3. Awesome. Also bought this card at the show, but mine is a PSA 9. They got the 10. They got some really nice Wemby's here also. Alright, so amazing F1 here. This stuff is incredible.
He deals with mostly just the high-end products. He'll rent like 50 cases at a time, dude. Look at this. Look at that piece, dude. That's probably the best, one of the best F1 cards in existence. That's Michael, right?
Yeah, Michael Schumacher.
So he's like the GOAT. He's like Tiger, Jordan.
Well, that's the only, so he won 7 championships and retired. Then he came out of retirement, he didn't win another race, he retired again. The very first off season, he went skiing with his family in the Alps, hit a tree. Went into a coma, was in a coma for like 18 or 19 months. He came out, he wasn't in a vegetated state, but he was in a decapacitated state. They say he was able to attend his daughter's wedding, but after that he pretty much became bedridden. 4 months ago, the family made a statement that he will never be in the public eye again. They came out with this card, they did a 3-card set, and it's the only Ferrari patch auto of Michael Schumacher ever. And it was the product chase everybody was looking for.
You got it.
I hit it. You hit it. Everything.
asking on that thing? Just out of curiosity.
95,000 is my ask. I'll negotiate, talk to anybody about it if they want it. I've got a couple pieces in here that are one-on-ones that are.
I'm gonna send it to somebody like I know Flex Judge one of them.
But yeah, you know, you gotta start somewhere, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But it's funny, so that was the product chase.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
did it.
Of course.
And then the next big product they came out with was Mercury, right? I hit the Jumpman logo.
Oh my god.
So the next big product they came out with was Dynasty F1.
Look at that Michael
I hit the
Schumacher.
Schumacher.
That
Oh my
thing
God.
is amazing.
So I hit the product chase, 3 straight products.
How much did you buy of it to get it done?
$5,000 first case.
All right, I'm here at Then and Now Collectibles. This is booth 381. If you're interested in any of these types of cards, they have a lot of really high-end basketball in this case. I thought this was a really cool one to include.
I got excited for a minute there. You got me.
You think it was a true rookie?
You stoked me.
Yeah. Monster.
I don't have a 10, I got an 8.
That is a Luka Black Gold rookie, numbered to 5. And of course the SGA is numbered to 10. That's a gold also. Will Chamberlain on-card autograph. That's an amazing piece also. All right, first off, I need some help from Kevin Durant fans. So I spent so much time today scouring the show floor. I apologize I didn't get more footage. I like putting out 2 videos for most days, for a couple days anyway, at least. I wasn't able to do so today. I had to spend a lot of time looking, and boy, was it worth it. Because I eventually made it to a random booth, I don't remember the booth number, that had this card in it. And Kevin Durant fans, I need some help. It is a 2007 Upper Deck Kevin Durant All-Star Game rookie card. It is in a PSA 6. So I looked up the pop report. I already have that information. The total pop on this card is 7. And I talked to a dealer with whom I trust, and he has access to, a lot of apps and stuff like that. And I believe he said that the last 2 sales were in 2009 and 2012, maybe 2015, a long time ago. If you have some information about this card, if you know anything about this, please let me know. I've been collecting Kevin Durant, not super heavily, but I like to think that I know quite a bit about his cards, and I had never seen one of these in 18 years. And so if you happen to know anything about this particular card, it's listed as a 2007 Upper Deck card. I don't see like a rookie insignia on there, but if it's 2007, that's Durant's rookie year. And so I don't know if these were handed out in packs at the All-Star Game. I don't know if they were individually given out. I don't know. But I think there's a pretty strong value to this card, and I would have never found this card if I didn't just scour the show floor. I spent a lot of time today looking, because I really, when you have, everybody's got a budget, and I like to really be pretty thorough in making decisions, especially on some bigger cards. And really happy to add this to the collection. It could be PC. I could maybe look to sell it. I don't know yet. I need some information on this besides the fact that it's an extremely low pop. So if you know anything about it, please let me know. All right, second pickup is a 2018-19 Panini Impeccable Stainless Stars. This is a Luka rookie insert from Impeccable. The dealer was asking for $500. I offered $450, and they agreed. The subs on this are pretty amazing for a metal card. You know, you can see them there, 395s and then a 10 for edges. That is like tremendous for a card made out of metal. It has some heft to it. It's heavy. Again, it is made out of metal. It is numbered to 99 on the back, so there's 99 copies of this. I know Impeccable is a pretty expensive brand, and so I was pretty pumped to pick this up. I think the total pop between PSA and BGS, I want to say, is like 30 or 40. So it's a rare Luka, you know, and you know what I look for. I've said it multiple times in my videos. I look for stuff that's rare and fair, and that met my criteria. So those are two of my pickups. And you know how the old saying goes, you know, some of the old timers like to say, you know, they don't make them like they used to. And that's used to describe this last card that I got. It is a 2007 Topps Triple Threads LeBron James black printing plate 1 of 1 in a PSA authentic holder. They don't make them like they used to. So you got a printing plate in there, and they basically like put a card around it. And I do like the fact that the plate color is black. It says down here, the authentic black printing plate. I like that because the image is a lot sharper than oftentimes than like a yellow or like a red or cyan, whatever the case may be. The black tends to be the most crisp as far as like, you can see the background even in this pretty well, you know, on both sides of the card. And so I thought this was a really, really great pickup. If you look in the back, this is another thing that they don't do anymore. It comes with the old school like 1 of 1 upper deck hologram. And so I just couldn't pass on this card. I looked at a Lucky 13 at the show, numbered to 500, the true one, not the one that comes with the Hummer vehicle, the toy there, but the one that's actually numbered to 500. And it came down to that, or this plate. I ended up going with the plate because I felt like the Lucky 13 since it's numbered to 500, it's a card that I'm going to be able to find in the future, and be able to get probably cheaper than what the dealer was asking. I don't think the dealer was like way out of line, but I did not pay $600 for this. I did get it for less, and so the dealer and I were able to come to a deal on that. And you know, I'm pretty transparent with my stuff. This had a $600 sticker. I offered $500. The dealer countered at $550, and I accepted. This was a card that I really wanted to get. And so those are my 3 pickups for today. I'm super pumped about all 3 of these. I spent a lot of time on the show floor looking around. This has been just an incredible national. I love coming here every year. I know it's going to be in Chicago the next 2 years, and then it was announced today that in 2028 it's going to be in Detroit. So I do plan on going the next few years. And so if you've been at the show, I hope that you've been finding everything that you've been looking for. Leave a comment if you found some big cards that you've been looking for, or if you're still looking for stuff. Sometimes, you know, when people put that out there and say, hey, I'm still looking for this, you know, somebody else has seen it in a case, and I've seen tons of cases. So if I've seen something that you're looking for, I can definitely let you know. Again, I will have at least one more video coming out from tomorrow's show. Like I said, I'll be there for a couple hours. Appreciate all of your support, and we'll see you in the next one.